Welcome into Dallas Mavericks today or tonight as Game 5 just ended late here on a Tuesday night. And after halftime, this one was never close as Phoenix dominated the second half en route to a 110-80 victory. This game looked good after a quarter, looked okay after a half, did not look good at all after halftime as Dallas's 12 third-quarter turnovers doomed the Mavs en route to just a 34-point second half. Similar to Game 2, where through a quarter, through a half, looking okay, and then things fell apart, more so in the third quarter this time compared to the fourth quarter last time. Luka Doncic, 28 and 11, but not super efficient. Jalen Brunson did have 21, but this was never competitive after halftime. Devin Booker was great. DeAndre Ayton had his second-best game of the series as Phoenix takes a 3-2 series lead. We'll break this one down, get you guys ready for game number 6. But what is your one-word reaction to the Mavericks' loss to the Phoenix Suns in Game 5? I think my one word, and we'll bring Jeffrey Cooperstein in here in just a moment, but I think my one word is just disheartening. To get run over after being down just 3 points at the half, to get blitzed in the third quarter, Coop, in the way that they did, I don't want to say that this team folded, but it's like once this thing got away from them, they had no response and no chance of getting back into this game.
Yeah, and it starts with the turnovers. You can't have 12 turnovers in a quarter.
It's embarrassing.
I mean, it is. It's embarrassing, and they couldn't make shots. They weren't getting the looks they were getting in the first half, and it just felt like one thing led to another, and it just kind of snowballed there, and by, 4 minutes left in the third, game was over. It was probably their worst quarter of the season, and it comes in the biggest game of the season.
33-14 in that third quarter. And, yeah, I mean, look, it seemed like every shot got harder. Nothing was easy. Credit Phoenix for a lot of that. But Dallas just didn't have any rhythm going at all, and they just got blitzed in the third quarter and could not respond. Again, Doncic, a decent game. I mean, it's an empty 28 and 11, 10 of 23 from the field, but he's got to find a way to get into the paint, get other guys involved. Dorian Finney-Smith had a couple of threes early, but he did nothing the rest of the game. Started 2 for 2 from 3, ends up 2 for 6 overall, just 8 points with a couple of free throws. Doncic gave you what he could. Devin Booker was in control, 28 points, 7 rebounds, 11 for 20 from the floor. DeAndre Ayton chipped in 20 and 9, but you watch this game and you're like, okay, like defense for both teams settling in early. That second quarter was a bit clunky. It was 49-46 at the half, but Coop, we both said it. We were like, okay, you're down 3 at the half. The first 2 games, even though you were up 2 in Game 2, you got blitzed in that first quarter. You felt like, okay, this team has played better. They've matched the energy. If anything, brought the energy in that first quarter. You're right where you want to be. And then you get hit in the mouth early in the third quarter, and it's like, well, curtains. We'll see you in Game 6 in Dallas.
Yeah, no question. I mean, they came out, it was probably their best start, actually, in a game this series.
Yeah.
In Game 5, they came out. They looked like they were ready to go. They were making shots early. They were getting the looks that they like. And then it all just turned itself complete 180 in the third quarter there. The second quarter wasn't great, but it wasn't disastrous. They went down, 4 at the half?
3 at the half. 26-20 overall. The offense stalled out, but you're down 3 at the half. That's fine.
Yeah, and that's all you can ask for there is just being in the game to start the second half, and Phoenix made sure that the Mavericks weren't going to win that game there in the second half. And look, we know Phoenix is capable of making those kind of runs where they just make shot after shot after shot, and they are a good defensive team, and they can stifle you, and they did exactly what they needed to do. It seems like once, and you mentioned it on our live show, once they went to that matchup zone, the Mavs had big problems, and they really couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, they did that some in Game 1 and 2 where Phoenix kind of runs that saggy 2-3 zone where they'll trap Doncic some out of it, and the Mavs just aren't getting good ball movement. It turns into a lot of ISO ball, and it has not translated to efficient play. We'll give some more thoughts on that and some other nuggets from this game before getting you guys ready for Game 6 in a moment. But here's the deal. Support us. Support the channel. Please subscribe. It is free. If you want more Mavericks news and rumors videos, we have you guys covered. Plus, We're 0 for 2, but we're going to try again for a Game 6 watch party on Thursday night. Tip-off set for 8:30. We'll go live about 8:20, 8:25. Get you guys ready to go for Game 6 at the American Airlines Center. So hit that subscribe button. It's youtube.com/MavsTV. And support the channel because we have big plans for you guys this offseason. So Game 6, like I mentioned, this Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern in Dallas. We got that graphic backwards. It is in Dallas. We got the text correct, so you guys are good to go there. Look, the half-glass full approach is the Mavericks controlled both games at home. It's not like the season's over. Now, there is the percentages aren't good. If you win a Game 5 in a 2-2 series, you go on to advance 83% of the time. But, Coop, as I bring you back in, the reverse happened to Dallas last year. The Clippers The Clippers went down 3-2, won the final 2 games. So the approach is simple. You flush this game. You don't watch a second of film from it, in my opinion. You come out, you bring the energy early, jump on them like you did in the 2 home games, win Game 6, and hey, I get you've gotten bludgeoned 3 times on the road, but you know what? It's Game 7. Anything can happen. Find a way to win Game 6. Similar after you got down 2-0.
Yeah.
You just needed to win a game.
Absolutely.
Same boat here. Win a game, and then see what happens in Game 7.
And you know that crowd's going to be rocking at the AAC. They'll feed off that energy, and I think that was a big reason why the Mavs were able to win those games is home court advantage is a real thing in the NBA. I mean, when you have your surroundings that are familiar to you, the crowd's on your side. The Mavericks, it felt like they played with a different energy there at home. And look, they kind of played with that same energy in the first quarter here, but it all kind of died out there pretty quick, and now they find themselves in a 3-2 hole. It'll be extremely difficult for them to win this series now, but I'm not counting them out of the series at all. No. And I think a big talking point here is we need Mr. Scotty Foster to make an appearance here in Game 6.
Oh, Scotty F. Is Cuban making the call? We'll find out. Did want to mention real quick here, Reggie Bullock did leave the game briefly with what looked like a knee injury, but no tweet from Mavs PR. I think he's fine. He was back on the sideline at the end of that game, so I think Bullock's going to be good to go. And obviously the Mavs are going to need his defense, and what they really need is for him to make shots in Game 6. 0 for 5 in Game number 5, Coop. So, in the series, what's been a big theme? Role players have played well at home. Jalen Brunson played well tonight, but no one else really helped Luka Doncic.
Yeah, they haven't showed up on the road, and I don't know if you do it because you're so late in the series, but do you consider going with Maxi Kleber in the starting lineup here in Game 6? Dwight Powell's just giving you nothing in this series.
8 minutes tonight, -4. His statistics, no shots, 1 rebound, 2 fouls.
And that's just unacceptable from your starting center.
He's a non-factor.
Yeah, you just can't have that. I know you can't play Maxi 48 minutes, but do you work in Bertans more? I liked what he put up tonight.
I mean, I'd rather play him 15 minutes than play Powell 10 or play Powell 8 and him 7.
I think you consider doing something to switch that up because Powell's just getting eaten alive there by Ayton. And if he's not going to be able to catch lobs from Luka on a pick and roll, there was one where they were trying to dump it off to him for an easy dunk and
the ball.
Fumbled it out of bounds. Yeah, that just can't happen.
Just giving you nothing. So who's going to win Game 6? Obviously, this is a tough one tonight, but you head home, you play in front of the home crowd at the AAC. What do you guys think? Type DAL for the Mavs, PHX for the Suns. If the theme holds, the home team should be the team with the advantage, but we know this Suns team is very good. Get your votes in, and we'll probably see you with another video tomorrow here on the channel.